Teen Mom News Pile. Bar Smith faces new legal woes. Jenelle Evans talks motherhood and more. A full recap. The Teen Mom franchise has been a staple of reality television for over a decade, bringing viewers an inside look into the lives of young parents navigating the challenges of early parenthood under the spotlight. Over the years, the stars of the show have remained in the public eye, whether due to evolving relationships, career moves, or personal struggles. Recently, several notable developments have taken place within the Teen Mom universe, most significantly, the return of legal troubles for Bar Smith and Jenelle Evans, once again sparking conversation around motherhood and expanding her family. In this update, we explore the details of these events and more surrounding some of the most talked about cast members from the long-running franchise. Bariki Bar Smith, best known from Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant, and later Teen Mom 2, is once again facing legal complications. According to recently surfaced reports, Bar now has an active warrant out for his arrest. While legal troubles are not entirely new territory for him, this most recent development reignites public concern over his ongoing issues and the impact on his relationship with Ashley Jones and their daughter Holly. Bar's previous legal troubles included arrests related to weapons charges and alcohol-related incidents. In 2021, he was taken into custody on felony charges, but was later released. Although he and Ashley had tried to maintain a united front through some of these challenges, they have publicly admitted to having a strained relationship in the past year. Their time on Teen Mom Family Reunion revealed intense arguments and emotional moments, often revolving around Bar's behavior and its effect on their family dynamics. As of now, the specifics behind the current warrant remain unclear to the public. However, sources close to the situation suggest that it could be related to either probation violations or missed court obligations. This uncertainty has only fueled speculation among fans and critics alike, many of whom have expressed concern over how this might impact Ashley and Holly, especially considering the instability this could introduce into their lives. Ashley, who has tried to maintain her independence and focus on parenting, has not issued any formal statement about the new legal trouble. However, fans have noticed that she has been active on social media, sharing cryptic messages about loyalty, trust, and personal growth, which some interpret as indirect commentary on Bar's situation. Jenelle Evans is open to having more children again. In a separate yet equally headline-grabbing development, Jenelle Evans has made it known that she is once again open to expanding her family. The former Teen Mom 2 star has had one of the most turbulent journeys within the franchise, from custody battles and breakups to marriages and medical issues. Most recently, Jenelle's marriage to David Eason has been under public scrutiny, especially following their brief separation and her custody filing for her teenage son, Jace. Despite the chaos, Jenelle has openly stated in interviews and on social media that she has not completely ruled out the idea of having more children. In a recent Q&A with fans, she responded to a question about expanding her family by saying, "I've thought about it. I've always wanted a big family, but it has to be the right time." She also acknowledged that while her focus is primarily on her current children and career, she remains emotionally open to the idea of welcoming another child, provided her personal life stabilizes. Jenelle already shares 3 children: Jace with ex-boyfriend Andrew Lewis, Kaiser with ex-Nathan Griffith, and Ensley with David Eason. Each of her parenting situations has had its own unique set of challenges, particularly concerning custody and legal matters. Nonetheless, she has frequently defended her decisions as a mother, insisting that despite past mistakes, her children are her top priority. Her desire to have more children may strike some as controversial given her history. However, her fan base remains divided, with some supportive of her expressing personal growth, while others question the readiness of her current life circumstances to accommodate another child. Ongoing custody battle over Jace. Part of the broader picture around Jenelle's family life involves her ongoing custody situation involving her eldest son, Jace. After years of being raised by her mother, Barbara Evans, Jenelle regained custody of Jace in early 2023. The transition was initially celebrated as a long overdue step toward family reunification. However, within months, problems began to emerge. Jace reportedly ran away from home multiple times, and allegations surfaced regarding David Eason's behavior and parenting methods. Jenelle has since taken legal action to prevent David from having unsupervised access to Jace, prompting a news cycle of legal challenges. She has also implied that mental health services are being accessed for Jace to better support him during this tumultuous period. The situation is ongoing, and while Jenelle has expressed confidence in her parenting and her efforts to protect Jace, the matter remains sensitive and closely followed by fans and critics of the show. This custody issue directly influences her decisions about possibly having more children, as she continues to seek a balance between personal growth and parental responsibility. Kailyn Lowry's expanding family and business moves. While Jenelle is only considering more children, her former castmate Kailyn Lowry has already gone down that path again. Kailyn, who has 5 children already, revealed she gave birth to twins in late 2023, bringing her total number of kids to 7. The news, which she initially kept private, was later confirmed during her podcast and social media posts. Kailyn has been navigating life with her new partner, Elijah Scott, and balancing motherhood with her growing media brand. Her podcast, Barely Famous, continues to draw attention, and she's teased the idea of writing another book or launching a new TV project focused on motherhood and wellness. Fans of Kailyn often praise her hustle and the way she juggles her large family with her professional life. However, she has not been immune to criticism, particularly from viewers who believe she overshares her children's lives online. Regardless, she remains one of the most financially and personally stable of the franchise's alumnae, often using her platform to highlight both the struggles and joys of being a mother of 7. Brianna DeJesus and her new relationship. Brianna DeJesus has also been in the headlines recently thanks to her budding new relationship. After her contentious past with exes like Luis Hernandez and Devoyne Austin, Brianna has gone public with a new partner, someone she has described as mature, private, and supportive. Though she hasn't shared much about him publicly, she has indicated that this relationship feels different. According to Brianna, the new dynamic is healthier and less dramatic than past ones. This new chapter comes after a series of public feuds and even legal battles, including her defamation lawsuit drama with Kailyn Lowry. In recent months, Brianna has seemed more focused on her mental health and well-being, frequently posting about therapy and the importance of self-care. She also continues to co-parent her daughters Nova and Stella, while juggling her job in the beauty industry and social media influencing. Cheyenne Floyd and marriage life with Zach Davis. Meanwhile, Cheyenne Floyd has been focusing on married life after tying the knot with longtime partner Zach Davis. The couple, who share a son, Ace, and co-parent Cheyenne's daughter Ryder from a previous relationship, has been showcasing their new lifestyle through family vlogs and Instagram posts. Cheyenne has spoken publicly about the challenges of blending families and managing a public life while protecting her children's privacy. She has also remained a positive figure within the teen mom community, often seen as one of the more grounded and drama-free members of the cast. That said, Zach's previous legal troubles, including an arrest related to outstanding warrants, did generate temporary concern. However, the couple appears to have moved past it and are focusing on building a stable home. The world of teen mom remains as dynamic and emotionally charged as ever. Whether it's legal troubles, custody battles, new relationships, or talks of expanding families, the former cast members continue to live their lives under the scrutiny of a dedicated fan base and a relentless media spotlight. Bar Smith's renewed legal problems and Jenelle Evans' openness to more children illustrate the ongoing tension between personal growth and past behaviors. Meanwhile, stars like Kailyn Lowry and Cheyenne Floyd appear to be settling into more stable phases of life, using their platforms to highlight family, business, and resilience. Each development underscores the complexity of life after reality TV, where personal choices are often dissected publicly. But the desire for peace, love, and family remains a shared goal among all. As the teen mom universe continues to evolve, its stories remain a compelling reflection of life's unpredictability, particularly when lived out in front of millions. Teen Mom 2, Jenelle Evans opens up on virtual reality. Messy divorce, Love Island dreams, and what's next? Full recap. Jenelle Evans, best known from her time on MTV's Teen Mom 2, recently made headlines again, this time not because of a dramatic episode or social media feud, but due to a revealing and refreshingly candid interview on the virtual reality podcast. The reality TV alum, often surrounded by controversy, sat down to speak openly about some of the biggest transitions in her life. Her turbulent divorce from David Eason, the emotional roller coaster of co-parenting, her surprising application to Love Island, and where she stands today. In this direct, neutral, and scene-free recap, we dive into everything Jenelle shared, all in her own words and tone without added dramatization, emotional angles, or reimagined visuals. Jenelle began by confirming what had already become apparent across her social platforms: she is officially separated from David Eason, with divorce proceedings underway. She admitted that the decision to leave the marriage wasn't easy, but emphasized that it had been a long time coming. According to Jenelle, the final straw wasn't one specific incident, but rather a gradual realization that the relationship was no longer healthy or functional. "I just had to do what's best for me and my kids," she told virtual reality. She described the relationship as emotionally exhausting and explained that the constant tension was affecting her mental health and her ability to parent effectively. She said she tried everything to make the marriage work, from therapy to boundaries, but eventually understood that sometimes letting go is the only real path forward. Jenelle expressed that while she once believed in fighting for the family unit at all costs, her perspective has evolved. "If I'm not happy, my kids can't be happy either," she explained. When it comes to co-parenting, Jenelle didn't shy away from detailing the current complexities. She confirmed that she is primarily focused on her children's well-being and stability amid the separation. While she refrained from attacking her ex, she did say that co-parenting has been challenging due to communication breakdowns and differing parenting styles. Jenelle acknowledged that there are still some legal matters to resolve regarding custody and visitation, but she said she's working closely with her legal team and child advocates to ensure the best outcomes for her kids. "My priority is to keep everything as stable as possible for them," she added, noting that her eldest son Jace has had a particularly tough time adjusting. She also said that while she hopes David will remain involved in the children's lives, she expects boundaries to be respected, especially in terms of maintaining peace and structure. One major topic she touched on was her renewed focus on financial independence. Jenelle admitted that being in a controlling relationship left her feeling restricted, particularly when it came to her career and income. She said she is now taking steps to regain control of her personal brand, content platforms, and sponsorships. "I'm rebuilding everything, from my website to my social media partnerships," she noted. She also hinted that fans can expect new projects from her soon, ones that reflect her true personality and values, not just her reality TV past. She's been revisiting old hobbies, focusing on self-care, and even working with a life coach to figure out what she truly wants moving forward. She described the process as liberating and said she finally feels like she's regaining her voice. Mental health was a recurring theme throughout the interview. Jenelle said she has been actively working with a therapist and prioritizing mental wellness for the first time in a long while. She acknowledged past mistakes and periods of instability, but emphasized that she is no longer stuck in survival mode. Jenelle said that therapy has helped her unpack her childhood trauma, past relationships, and internalized guilt from years of public criticism. "It's not about blaming others, it's about learning why I make certain choices and how to stop repeating the same patterns," she explained. She also encouraged others going through difficult transitions to seek support. saying that mental health care is often misunderstood and stigmatized, especially for public figures. Perhaps the most unexpected part of the conversation came when Jenelle revealed she had applied to Love Island. She said it was partly a fun idea, partly a way to challenge herself socially, and partly a chance to step back into the reality TV world with a fresh mindset. She made it clear that she's not rushing into a new relationship or trying to find a man for the sake of it. Instead, she sees the dating series as a way to rediscover what she actually wants in a partner and to enjoy herself without pressure. "It's just something I wanted to try," she said. "It's not about drama or fame anymore. I think people would be surprised to see this version of me." She didn't confirm whether or not she's been selected for the show, but said she's open to whatever opportunities come next, whether it's on screen or off. Jenelle admitted that she's had a complicated relationship with the media. She acknowledged that her public image has often been shaped by headlines, controversy, and past behavior. However, she argued that much of her story has been told without her voice or through a distorted lens. She said one of her main goals now is to reintroduce herself to the public on her own terms. She wants people to know who she really is, not just the teen mom persona. "I'm not perfect, and I never claim to be. But I'm trying. I'm growing," she said. Jenelle also said she's aware that not everyone will believe her transformation is real or lasting, but that's not something she's trying to control anymore. "At the end of the day, I know the work I'm doing," she stated. "I'm not doing it for likes or attention. I'm doing it so I can wake up and be proud of myself." On the subject of MTV, Jenelle said there's no bad blood, but she doesn't see herself returning to the Teen Mom franchise. "That chapter is closed," she said. "It's time for something new." However, she didn't rule out other reality TV ventures. She said she enjoys unscripted entertainment when it's done authentically and without exploiting real-life trauma for ratings. Jenelle noted that she's had conversations with networks and producers, but is being selective about what she says yes to. "If I do go back on TV, it's going to be something I feel good about," she affirmed. Jenelle also opened up about her evolving relationship with social media. She said that while she appreciates the loyal fans who have stuck by her, she's had to make serious changes to how much she shares online. "I used to post everything, my relationships, my kids, my fights, everything. And that was not healthy," she said. These days, she's more focused on curated content, positive messages, and keeping certain parts of her life offline. She mentioned that she's been targeted by online harassment and has learned how to block, report, and disengage rather than reacting. "I'm learning that not every opinion matters," she said. "Some people just want to tear others down, and I don't have time for that anymore." Looking ahead, Jenelle said her primary goal is to create a peaceful, stable environment for herself and her kids. She wants to explore business ventures, remain consistent in therapy, and perhaps even write a book one day. She said she's no longer trying to live up to anyone else's expectations. "My only goal is to be better than the version of me I was yesterday," she said. While she didn't go into specific plans about new relationships, business deals, or appearances, she emphasized that she's excited about her future for the first time in a while. "I'm not stuck anymore," she said. "I'm free." Jenelle Evans' appearance on virtual reality offered a revealing look into her life at a pivotal time. Far from being another soundbite-driven tabloid story, this conversation showed a woman facing her past, embracing change, and slowly finding her way forward. She's clear that the journey isn't over and that there's still plenty of work to do, but for Jenelle, that's part of the point. She's not looking for perfection, she's looking for progress. And for the first time in a long time, she seems to be finding it.